Hello everyone, Treecks here and welcome back to Wario Land 2. Or must I say Wario Land 2? I must do that more often. You know, Wario wanted the treasure. Stuff like that. But anyway, we're entering the Maze Woods in chapter number 3. We did the introduction stage of that, where we were still busy leaving the SST cup, where we left off in chapter 2. But now chapter 3 really gets started. The fact that it's called Maze Woods already scares me. But in here, we're defeating the giant spearman. You've seen plenty of spearmen throughout this... There should be something hidden here. But there isn't. Okay, yeah, we've dealt with a lot of spearmen already in this game, but this time we're actually defeating a giant one, it seems. But first we need to find it. Let's make sure we're able to break through these blocks, which is pretty easy to do. We don't even have to jump for this puzzle. This Fire Wario business is pretty easy. We've already dealt with a more complicated one. And this wall is already breakable. What are you hiding in here? Just a couple of coins, is that all? It seems so. It's too dark in here, I can't see the exit. Okay, there's more stuff up here. And some enemy blocks. Okay, enemy required. Oh, and there's traps here. Nice to know. Watch out for the grass here. I'm pretty sure where all the coins are actually indicates where these gaps in the floor are. Oh, speaking of gaps in the floor, enemies can also pass through them. Let's make sure not to jump too high. Okay, next bonus room. Oh, help, help! Couldn't quite avoid him. Okay, judging my jump height here, I think we actually need you, sir. We're still not done with you yet. Oh, nice job getting stuck behind there. Okay, let's grab you. Put you down here and jump. There we go. Puzzle solved. Enemy jumping puzzles, gotta love them. Where were we? Oh yeah, make sure not to fall in the gaps here. It's pretty easy to see where they are. Simply, oh, oops, still fall in. Anyway, all of the locations where the tree trunks are in the background, those are actually the safe locations where there's sky in the background and coins also hovering above it. Those are actually the locations where the gaps in the floor are. Okay, now what are we going to get? A turtle, it seems. This guy we're actually using in order to cross through the current here. As you may remember, Wario cannot swim against the currents, but apparently this turtle can. Okay, let's get up here. Another enemy jumping puzzle, pretty easy to solve. And get all of the coins in here, -6. Okay, the turtle resets, obviously, so we need to get back to the beginning of the room. But luckily it isn't too far, so not too big of a deal. Okay, remember to duck here, because otherwise you're going to get pushed off. And the walls are clean, let's move on. Oh, another turtle room. Apparently we weren't done yet. There's a lot of fire guys here. Be careful not to get hit here, because obviously there's nothing you can do anymore if you get hit by these guys. You're always going to end up in the water and therefore resetting the room. Okay, this section over here actually houses a big secret. It's pretty unclear to see it, but down here there's actually a gap in the water. If you manage to get yourself in here, you can actually get to an extra underwater bonus room with a lot of coins. And also a lot of currents, kind of forcing you back out again if you enter the wrong location. So you need to get in here multiple times if you want to get everything in here, but there is a bonus room down there, as you can see. Okay, let's get back to where we were. because showing off that bonus room was fun and everything, but still we need to get back to our main business as well. Okay, we're here. Walls are clean. Where were we? Okay, this time we want to get hit by this guy, because next up is another Fire Wario puzzle. So make sure you don't jump in the right locations. So you actually get this top left section over here, because that is where we have some fire blocks. And this room is obviously going to be the treasure room. Pretty obvious. Usually, the moment you find these kind of doors, it is not that hard to actually know beforehand. Oh, this actually has to be the treasure room. Okay, the hammer guy again. I really want to see the cloud guy a little bit more often, because that is by far the easiest one. So, that's one actually... Okay, I forgot to look. Sorry. Yeah, there we go. I should not distract myself with a silly story. I completely forgot to look in time. Yeah, then it becomes a guessing game. Okay, let's do this a little bit smarter this time around. Not distract myself while the pictures are being shown. Yeah. This time I did see it. Okay, that was pretty dumb, but still. I still agree on what I was trying to say. Namely that the cloud guy should appear a little bit more often. If that guy would appear every single time, I would even be able to do this on hard mode. Because even on hard, that is pretty easy to see. Okay, let's return to Fire Wario, because there's actually more locations where we want to go. Namely here in the bottom right corner. These are actually the required fire blocks. Okay, there's some hidden coins down here. Oh, apparently we can't reach it from here. If I knew that beforehand, I would have done that immediately. But apparently it's a one-way trip. Yeah, here we can get in there. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, there is actually another water section where a lot of coins are hidden. And apparently you can only do it from the left, so remember that. Oh, and there he is, the giant spear guy. That the title of this stage already promised to us. This guy's actually pretty easy to defeat. He functions as a regular normal spear guy. He's just a little bit bigger and requires some more hits. And this guy actually always drops a silver coin if you beat him. This one wasn't random. These giant enemies you find at the end of stages sometimes actually always drop a silver coin. Which is pretty handy to have for minigames like these. Which actually cost a hefty amount of coins. Okay, 2. If that panel appears, it's quite easy. That can only be the 2. If it only were this simple, always. And then Wario would be a much richer man than he is right now. Spending way too much coins on these stupid panels. Story 3. Through the thorny maze. And it seems like the maze woods are finally going to get a suitable stage for its name. Finally some mazes. And let's hope it is going to be amazing. Oh, thank you for the silver coin. I just got one and immediately get another one. Okay, what do we have in here? Oh, new enemy. Sparky guy. These bugs actually try to electrify us. As you can see, it shoots some electric attacks at us. So make sure you approach them from behind, because then they won't see you coming and they won't shoot at you. That's the best way to take care of these guys. Okay, continuation up here. I can barge through here quickly, but pretty sure there's nothing down here, so... Okay, let's squeeze in here. Okay, and we're up here. Next room. Okay, this room is pretty big if I remember correctly, so let's check out the right first. Okay, this wall is clean. Even though the camera still continues, so probably higher up there's still something to do there, but not from this angle it seems. Okay, to the left. Okay, nothing in this wall, so let's return to the middle. Okay, none of this is breakable, so let's continue. Okay, and this is another dead end. Yeah. So let's barge through here. Reach the next room. Still haven't really seen a thorny maze, even though we are seeing some spikes right now, which is kind of thorny, you might say. But don't worry, we will find it. Stupid off-screen enemies. Okay, that was a pretty easy room. Ooh, we have a slope. You know what that means? Rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay, let's not quote any more of Rawhide. It does not really suit this game a whole lot, so but we are still rolling. But okay, if you might have seen... Oh, there's stuff here. Come on, Wario, you can break through. Okay, interesting. That looks like something we need to roll through. Let's go try that out. Yeah. Interesting puzzle. Only being able to break the bottom blocks. And since we can't crouch dash, the only way through there is through rolling. Okay, let's go up one floor. Because obviously there's more stuff to break from this end. Okay, not what I was going for, but this was just for coins, okay. Didn't want to go in there. Wasn't even trying to do that, and I still do it perfectly. Okay, jump a little bit earlier, then we can go in here. Yeah, that was what I was going for. Because this door over here is obviously the treasure room. No surprises here. Like I explained in the previous part, it's always pretty obvious which rooms are the treasure rooms. Okay, we've got the chef. Okay, there you are. Exit stage right. More than half of these treasures I have actually no idea what they're supposed to be. But okay, the exit to this place is down here, obviously. So let's move in here now. And here we finally find the thorny maze. In case you were wondering how long is it still going to take? Well, here we are finally. As you can see, our owl mechanic, our flying mechanic in this game, is actually going to get combined with walls we are not allowed to touch. So it's no longer just enemies trying to hinder us and trying to get us loose from our owl. Even the walls are now trying to get us loose from our owl. So we really need to steer carefully and most of all accurately in order to get through these kind of rooms. I remember a stage later on in this game where this actually gets really annoying, but this is only the first time they're giving it to us, so it's not too difficult now. Okay, choose your poison, it seems. 3 ways to fall. And the middle one seems to be the most valuable one. Good guess. But it was only coins, so if you would have missed out on that, not a big deal. Okay, room number 2 when it comes to thorny maze. Even though these things are technically not thorns, but still. Let's stick true to the level name. At least they're spiky. They hurt us the moment they hit us. Oh. I'm surprised I was able to get through there. Okay, we have the exit of the stage here already, but looks like there's actually more stuff here, so let's continue on first. Okay, where do you lead, sir? Oh yeah, of course, this is the room where you end up if you fall in the first room. You might have wondered, if you get knocked off your owl, you of course fall. Where do you end up? Well, that's actually this location, so From this angle you can actually also approach the end of the level, you might say. But okay, let's move back towards where we were, because this we have already seen. It is interesting though how even if you fail at a certain location in the stage, you're still able to approach the end of the stage, but actually from a different way. Because you can fail in that first spiky room with the owl, but then you'll approach the goal from the right. But otherwise, if you do it correctly, from the left. There's actually a different section of stage you end up in. Pretty interesting aspect, actually. Okay, an 8 or a 4. Okay, it's a 4. Thank you. $2,100 coins exactly. Pretty nice number to have. Okay, still have 5 more minutes, so let's continue on quickly with the next stage. Story 4. Escape from Maze Woods. Yeah, we've already been here for way too long. I completely agree on that. Let's get out of here immediately. Ah, but before we move out, we actually find the next Wario state. Get stung by a bee, and you will actually start floating upwards. Interesting state. Wario is allergic to bee stings. He actually swells up so much he's able to float like a balloon. But in most cases, it's actually not per se a bad thing, because as you can see, you can use it to float upward in a stage. And actually get some things Wario is not able to jump to, not even if you try to. But okay, that is actually where this stage introduces us to. We're still not done yet with Wario states. We're also not done yet with these turtles, it seems. Okay, this looks like to be a room where we need to make sure we're back on the turtle in time. Most of the time the turtle is going to be out of our reach, but we need to make sure we're back to him in time in order to continue. Come on, there should be something here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm pretty sure the turtle is going to be gone now. Yeah, nowhere in sight. Probably even despawned already. Okay, let's head back to the beginning of this room. At least now the blocks will be gone, making it easier. And all of the distractions gone, because the enemies and coins also taken care of. Nothing can distract us from our little turtle right now. Okay, I'm pretty sure we want to head to the right door first. Because as you can see, there's a block over there that we can only break from the right, not from the left. So this right door should be the more valuable one. Okay, what do we have in here? Enemy blocks, blocking us from some coins. We even get a stove in order to reach the coins that are too high up. Okay, we can't really reach all of them. But I don't care. Let's just continue. This is not a grab every single coin in the game kind of let's play. If it was, I already failed a long while ago. Okay, let's puff ourselves up again. Because this guy is not here for nothing. Come on, hit me again. I can't jump that, so I need your help. Thank you. Okay. Fun and everything that you're trying to hit me, but I first like to take care of things down here if you don't mind. I'll return to you shortly. Okay, the stove we want to place over here. We can take care of you and the blocks. Okay, thank you, sir. I no longer need your services. Wall's clean. Okay, this bonus room over here can be interesting. Don't kill the enemy, because as you can see, there's actually some enemy blocks here. So we need you. No. There we go. More coins. Okay, and that is everything in here. So let's try to bounce our way out of here. Okay, more stuff to the right. Oh, never mind, I already got hit. In that case, I'll do the top stuff first. Make sure not to get hit. Easiest way to do that is just hit them before they hit you. Dash jumping your way through the room. Okay, slope. Oh, you're not allowed to roll. Okay, first I'll do some cleaning up then. Go away. No. Shoo. I can't reach that. Okay, in that case, sir, I need you. You get back up there. Who said you were allowed to respawn again? Get up there. And now I want to get hit, please. Because apparently I can't jump that myself. Okay, this can be troublesome, so I'll take care of the blocks myself. Ow. Sir, I know you don't want to go up here, but still, come on. Struggle all you want, it's still going to happen. You're going to break these blocks for me. There you go. Was that really so hard? Oh, there's even more. Okay. That all taken care of. Let's move on. We still have a treasure room to take care of, after all. Okay, the punching guy. We have not seen him a whole lot of times. There you are. I always keep saying how these enemies are easiest to spot if you just focus on the middle one. And yet the only failure I've had so far in this minigame was while one of the enemies was in the middle. Go me. But okay, let's roll our way to the end. Don't get hit in the meantime. You already saw where the end of stage was. There we go. We're done. One more minigame before closing off, because I can already see time is already up again. Eight or 9. Can also be a 5 or 6. Okay, 8 or 9. 8. There we go. Okay, and that was it for today. We entered the Maze Woods and we already exited it again as well. We're still chasing the pirates who got our treasure. See you folks next time. Thanks for watching and Treecks out. Later, folks.